That evening, Sarah gently led me toward the couch, but something in her expression made my heart tighten. Her fingers trembled slightly, and she refused to meet my eyes. At first, I assumed it was something small, maybe stress from work or worries about our bills. But then she drew in a shaky breath, looked straight at me, and spoke the words that turned my world silent. "I have feelings for someone else." For a moment, time froze. I didn't yell. I didn't break down. Instead, an oddly calm smile crossed my lips, not from happiness, but from the quiet acceptance of something I had felt coming for a long time. "All right," I whispered. Sarah's eyes widened in disbelief. She had expected rage, tears, maybe accusations, but not calm. I stood up, walked to the kitchen, and poured myself a glass of water. My words lingered in the air, heavy and final. For years, I had tried to hold our marriage together, overlooking the late-night texts, the sudden business trips, the growing distance in her voice. Deep down, I had always known this day would come. Her confession didn't break me. It confirmed what my heart already knew. And strangely enough, it set me free. She stumbled through her excuses, calling it a mistake, saying she never meant to hurt me. Her voice faded in the background while I remained silent. Then I spoke, steady and clear. "Pack your things and go to the one you think you love." That night, I quietly placed her belongings by the door and went to bed. She left without a word, unaware that her leaving was the greatest kindness she could ever give me. The weeks that followed were unexpectedly peaceful. The house that once carried tension now felt open, bright, like fresh air after a storm. I focused on work, took care of my health, and reconnected with friends I had pushed aside. For the first time in years, I lived for myself. A month later, there was a knock at my door. When I opened it, Sarah stood there, eyes red, voice trembling, the confidence she once wore completely gone. "Can we talk?" she asked softly. I hesitated, then nodded. As soon as she sat down, tears began to fall. "I made a terrible mistake," she whispered. "He wasn't who I thought he was. I still love you." I studied her face, unsure whether her regret was real or just another attempt to draw me back in. Part of me wanted to believe her, but the rest remembered the sleepless nights, the cold silences, and the slow erosion of trust. "You told me you loved someone else," I said quietly. "Now you're saying it wasn't real?" She nodded frantically, rambling about confusion, fear, and foolishness. She begged me for forgiveness, claiming it was all a moment of weakness. But that same calm from the night she confessed returned to me. "Sarah," I said softly, "it's over. Your choices showed me who you are." Her face went pale. She reached for my hand, but I stepped back. "I've moved on," I continued. "Not with someone else, but with myself. Love that's been broken by betrayal never returns. It only echoes what it once was." She pleaded for counseling, for one last chance, but her desperation only deepened my clarity. "You need to find your own path now," I told her. "One that no longer includes me." After she left, I stood at the window and watched her walk away. This time there was no pain, only peace. She had made her choice long ago, and I had finally made mine. In the months that followed, I rebuilt my life, not by chasing new love, but by rediscovering who I was. I traveled, explored new passions, laughed freely again. I realized that sometimes the hardest endings lead to the most peaceful beginnings. Sarah reached out a few more times, but I never replied. I felt no anger, no bitterness, only gratitude. Her confession had woken me from a love that had already died long before that night. She thought she had broken me, but she had unknowingly set me free. And when people ask if I regret letting her go, I always smile and say, "Not for a second." That night she said, "I have feelings for someone else," and I replied, "All right." I didn't lose a wife. I found myself.